Welcome to the second example of JavaScript. In this example, I am going to show you how to read values from the user. In last example, we have seen how to write some values using JavaScript in three different methods: document.write, alert, and in HTML. So here we will see how to read values from the user. So I want to write a message: welcome to JavaScript. Yes, this displays this message: welcome to JavaScript. Now I need to display a name before this message. Let me create a variable to store the name, and I'm going to display the name before the welcome to JavaScript message. I have given a space to separate the name and this message. So it shows the name and welcome to JavaScript. Instead of having a constant name, I would like to get name from the user and use those name here. So instead of assigning a name inside the code, I'm going to read a name from the user. To read the value from user, we are going to use a method called prompt. So window.prompt, which has two parameters. The first parameter is the message that you want to display to the user, and the second parameter is the default value. So the message I'm going to give here is enter a name, and I don't want any default value, which is optional. So I'm going to skip the second parameter and close the brackets. And the name which I'm going to read from the user should be assigned to this variable called name. So I'm going to assign the value which is read from the user, store it in the name variable, and I'm going to display this on my document with the message welcome to JavaScript. So it's pop up a message box to and which asks me the user to enter the name. So let's enter a name and press OK. So you could see here the name is displayed with this message. So every time I load the page, it's going to ask me a name. I can enter any name and it's going to display the name with the message. Now let's see another example that will read a number and add 10 to the number and display the value. So I'm going to create a variable number and another variable result, and for the number I'm going to ask the user to enter the value, and the result will be equals to number plus 10, and I'm going to display the result in my document. So enter number, I give 10, so it's going to display 10 10, but my output I need it to be 20, but what it does is concatenate both the values. The reason is the value you read from the prompt is a text, is a string. So when you add a string with a number, the result is string. So the 10 is concatenate with string 10, so the result becomes 1010. So we need to convert the string to number, so we can use a method called parseInt. So parseInt is used to convert the string to number. So this will convert the string to number and add this value. Also number plus number would be a number. And I'm going to give a value 10 and press OK. So the answer is 20 here. Let us put a break here. So our result will be displayed in new line. So welcome to JS, and the result is 30. So you can read a text and you can convert it into a number and use it with our expression and display the values. So to read the value from the user, we are going to use a method called window.prompt. Okay, let me give you a task, a challenge. Write a program that will read two numbers and display the